A very good evening to my dear children. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and fine. Do you remember the concepts that we have already done in this chapter? Do you remember that we had actually paid attention to how the shapes are differentiated between 2D and 3D figures and shapes? Now, let me over here. In 2D shapes, we have square, rectangle, whereas in 3D shapes, we have cube and cuboid. The square gets converted into a cube if we talk in detail. Let us take a look at the difference between 2D shapes and 3D shapes. 2D shapes are flat, you can see over here. 3D shapes are not at all flat. 2D shapes have corners. You can see one corner, second corner, third corner, and the fourth corner. Whereas 3D shapes have vertex or vertices. 2D shapes have sides 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whereas 3D shapes have edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, 11, and 12. For example, sphere, cone, cylinder, cube, cuboid. My dear children, now let us have a short quiz. Which of the following from these four options do you think this shape is? Yes, absolutely correct. This shape is a cube. This is also the motto behind Learning Capsule. My dear children, we have already understood what the concepts are. Now we are going to give the answers with full energy. If you have forgotten some concepts, this is a good way, a good, you can say, method to remember your answers. Whereas, if you already know the answers, if you are already crystal clear with your concepts, it is a good time, or you can say a good way, a good method to revise your options. Now, my dear children, the second one, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? Come on, absolutely correct. It is a sphere. The third one, what do you think it is? Yes, it is a cylinder. The fourth one is a cuboid. Can you say what could be the 2D shape for this cuboid? Yes, what could be the 2D shape? Absolutely correct, a square. This is a pyramid, a prism, and a cone. Keep up with the good work. Now let us talk about the face, edges, vertices, 2D equivalent and examples, real life examples. For a cuboid, a cuboid has 6 faces. A cuboid has how many faces? 6 faces. Do you remember the box that I had shown you? Yes, do you remember? Very good. The edges are 12. We have already counted. Vertices are 8. 2D equivalent figure is a rectangle and examples are eraser, doors, books. Okay? And examples are very important. Try to find out the cuboid in your house. Basic properties of a cube. Now what do you think is faces, vertices and edges? So 3D shapes can be described in absolutely 3 ways. These are the faces. This is called as vertex, plural of vertex, vertices, and these are the edges. What do you think this shape is, my dear children? Absolutely correct. This is a cube. Can you identify the faces, vertex and edges of this figure? Absolutely correct. Now let us come back to our chapter building with bricks. The shapes which we had done was just to begin. It was a warm up to start with this chapter. Now, if you'll ask why, it is because, my dear children, this chapter deals with a lot of monuments, forts, buildings, how the bricks are made, and with these bricks, how these big forts, monuments, buildings are made. We had also seen a video where during the medieval period, how the staircases were made. Now, brick pattern for Jagruti school. Now, in this, they have made a building, okay, where different patterns of bricks were being used. The building has big floor with about 2000 beautiful brick patterns. Now we already know what pattern is. These were made by masons long back about 300 years ago. So see, 300 years ago, the beauty, the creativity and the patterns of those bricks. If you look into the patterns, they show a shape. They show a beautiful pattern of variety of operations of sign also, like mathematical operations. Can you find a multiplication sign over here, or can you find the English alphabet X over here? Yes, very good. Now, which floor pattern do you like the most? Now, this answer can change. In the month of April, you might have liked some different pattern, but in this month, you might have liked some other pattern. Have you seen such patterns anywhere? If you visit old monuments, these patterns are everywhere. The masons came back excited. Jamal said, in those days they had made so many interesting brick patterns. We had forgotten these. Let us make some nice designs on the floor of the school. Each mason made a different brick pattern. The school is proud to have such a beautiful building. Children play and sing on it and also make new patterns themselves. See, this is the best way. Okay, you can see the children in that school, they learn and make patterns. Patterns is from the subject mathematics. So dear children, this is the one of the beautiful way to study or to understand maths by real life examples. So these are the different patterns. Which floor pattern do you like the most? So pattern 5 looks similar. So I like pattern 5. Have you seen such patterns anywhere? Yes, there are such patterns in mosque. Which pattern is made in a circle? Come on now, let us think. Which pattern is made in a circle? Can you find it? Yes, yes. This pattern J is made in a circle. Now my question to you is, आप इसमें कोई मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशन के साइंस ढूंढ सकते हो? Plus, subtraction, multiplication, division, plus as in addition. Can you find out the signs of those mathematical operations? Yes. If yes, do say it out loud. Question number 4. How to draw a brick? The way you draw a brick. Now, brick is somewhat like a cuboid. So if you know how to draw a cuboid, you can easily draw a brick. Now let me show you if I can. Okay, this is one way to draw a brick. Now see properly. Do you think the measurements are properly made? Do you think so? No. So let us take another tool and let us see if you can identify which pattern is this or which object is this. We can make a lot of patterns using such basic shapes. So here we go. Can you find any ready-made object of cuboid over here? Have a look at these shapes. Come on. So this is one way where you can draw a cuboid. So here we go. Just hold on. We are almost done. Let me complete this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes. So can you call this a cuboid or can you call this thing as a cuboid? So this is how a cuboid is made, my dear children. I hope you remember. So can I say, okay, where did it go? This, if I make it in a rectangular manner or even this, can we call this as a brick? Come on, let me know, yes or no. How many faces in all does a brick have? So let us count. 1, 2, 3. If we put it upside down, we will get the same faces 1, 2 and 3. So overall there are 6 faces in a brick. Is any face of a brick a square? No. A face of a brick isn't a square. If you pay attention, this is also a rectangle. The smallest face of a brick. What is the smallest face of a brick? Now see, this is a big face. This is also a big face. This is the smallest face of a brick. Which of these are the faces of a brick? Now over here, can you find out? These are the cornered, curved ones. So can you really call this as the faces of a brick? Come on, give me the answer. Which of these is a drawing of a brick? Come on. Tell me. Make a drawing of this box to show 3 of its faces. So if you move this compass a bit or if you observe this box, geometrical box, little carefully, so you'll understand that these are the 3 faces of this geometrical box. Can you make a drawing of a brick which shows 4 sides of its face? Even if you tilt it, even if you move it, even if you place it in a horizontal or vertical manner, my dear children, we cannot draw a brick which will show 4 of its faces. Even if you want to try over here, it is going to show 1, 2 and 3. Okay. A wall that will not fall. We had tried this on our own. You had tried this with your books. Now over here, my dear children, one day Munia and Zainab were playing with bricks and were making their walls. So when they were making their walls, each one made a different wall. Zainab says her wall will not fall easily. Masons too do not put bricks one on top of the other as Munia had done. So this is the wrong way of making a wall. Why? To bring out the strength. What do you think? Which wall will be the stronger? The wall made by Zainab will be the stronger as it will create more support. Here are the photos of 3 kind of brick walls. Can you see the difference in the way the brick are placed? Now match the photo of each wall with the correct drawing below. Now do you remember in the classroom we had discussed this and some of them gave the wrong answer. Now my dear children, try to match if you can get the right answer this time. Come on, do this and let me know.